welcome back to the channel. I spawned in here at the cabin in Aurora Woods, and I was going to do a bit of a hunt when I look at the comment section, because a couple of comments that I definitely took note of is they've been noticing a couple of 5 stars that I haven't been seeing in the games here, so I want to go after those guys. But before I do that, I just spawned in here, and fallow deer and roe deer are both calling. There's just that lake down here. I was here like a couple episodes ago, and they come in from the woods. But I spawned in the middle of drink time, so they're already down here. And someone pointed out a 5-star roe deer I missed. I don't know if it's in this group or not, so I'm going to take a quick peek. The problem is the wind's going right at them, and I haven't taken the time to relocate. It's just sort of limited here right from the cabin. I just want to see if I can get a visual on them. Ah, here we are. Oh yeah, they're right there. They're not even down by the water. So, we just have a party. We have red deer, 4-star. Yeah, I was going to scan through some of these here because we got a great big party going on. And the wind's going right at them, so that's just great. This isn't the fallow deer 5-star. I think this could be the group with the 5-star roe in it. But I just don't know. I gotta look back on that video and see where they were. I was gonna scan out for a minute because make sure I don't miss anything this time. Okay, I don't believe this is any of the groups that have the 5 stars in them. I can't see all the roe deer, but I don't think it is. I think I had a view on this one the other time and did not see the 5-star. I've gotten most of them scanned here. And I think my choice is just going to be this guy right up front. Just a 2-star fallow deer mature just to start the hunt. He's at 150 out, and of course you're going to lay down. When he stands up, I'd probably take that guy. I don't see any like deer for specific calling. Like there's no 1-star matures in here. And I just got to record this guy because he might go 5-star. And nothing exciting in the roe deer herd that I can see. So I was going to get the monoblock ready, I think, just to make sure he goes down easy. And this is a good example of how aware the species are. The red deer are farther away, but they're more aware of me than these guys are. Ah, here we go. Alright, let's just line this guy up here. Watch him turn right when I was going to take the shot. You stop. I can still do a quartering away shot. That's pretty steep, but I can do it. Or I can change target. Oh man, I don't like that angle at all. Who's this guy over here? Oh, that's a horrible angle. And they're right down in there. I might have to watch him a little bit more. There's another one in here. He's bigger, but he's not worth calling, I don't think. Okay, oh, I hit it because this guy was starting to turn, and he decided not to. Yeah, I think that's like a 3-star roe. Oh, here comes another guy out. I'll get the binoculars out on. Okay, so here he is here. Hopefully he doesn't go through and hit another one. Okay, that was a good hit there. Oh, he's already down. Okay. No, he doesn't look that big. See if he need to jump out at me here. He's looking alright up there. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on these guys. Who's running away there? Just a doe. Oh no. Oh, roe deer. I have to come back and take another look at these 3 herds. They're all trying to catch up to that guy. He's the leader there, and they're going, "Wait, where'd you go? Come back here." Alright, yeah, I'm going to have to get a spot where I can see them a little better. These guys are fairly easy to hunt because they come out of these trees here. And you usually got quite a bit of time to look at them. I mean, the one episode I looked at them all. Pretty certain, not the red deer group, but the other guys. And yeah, there wasn't much of one in there for culling, or there was no 5 stars or anything, so let's just pick this guy up. So I have to give credit to, let's see here, Judy. She shouted out the 5-star in the comment section there, as well as Sonic Dreamscape 2008, and they're all yelling, "Bumble, there's a 5-star." I don't know how I missed that one. There was two possibilities. I either registered that was a 4-star in my brain and then stopped looking at them, and the other possibility was that I thought I'd already scanned them and like ruled them out, and I was just measuring the distance, so I wasn't even looking. But yeah, clearly it's a 5-star in the video, and I'm looking right at it. But oh well, that's what happens. Maybe I wasn't wearing my glasses. Who knows? Here's the shot in this guy. So that's a double lung, full kill on both lungs. So that's why he went down so fast. And it doesn't look like it really came out the other side. So that's good. It wouldn't hit another guy. So 66, that's okay to call out. Perfect. Alright, so I don't know exactly which herd it is, but they're in the west. There's two of them it could be. I got an idea which one it is. But I'm going to go get the UTV and drive over there. Now here's an example as to why some people can't find animals at the need zones. I was driving off to the fallow deer spot in that direction here, and I came by this little lake, and there was a red deer herd sitting like right here. Now obviously spooked it because I almost like drove into the thing. But there was like a couple 4-star red deer in there, and I wanted to record them, and I was trying to figure out where it is because this is 10:40 in the morning. They should well be at the drink site. So I assumed they were drinking here, but there is no red deer that use this lake as drinking. So what it was is it's this guy eating. I mean, they should have left that feed zone hours ago and went down to the river. So I just bring that up because that's a clear example as to you'd go down to these red deer to try and find them drinking down here at 10:40. It's almost a couple in-game hours after their zone started, and they usually leave to go drink earlier than that. But they're still locked into that feed zone. So that's always something to just take note of because that's a clear example there. They were definitely eating at almost 11 in the morning. They did not move out, so not too sure what's going on there. But I just wanted to bring that up in case you're not finding the animals at the zones you're thinking. Go to the one before. These guys eat and then drink, so if they're not at the drink zone, check out the feed zones before because sometimes they just don't move on. Alright, so this is close enough to the zone. I'm going to start sneaking in here. I don't think this is the actual fallow deer group, but it is one that's possible. And I got both of the drink zones here, so that's the first go I'm going to have. I am going to take a moment here just to scan through my comment section because there was a couple really good questions asked, and I thought maybe I should answer them in the video because if someone has the question, it's likely other people do as well. And it's hard to answer the question just through typing in the comment section, but I would do both. I'll answer it there and here, I think. We're going to take just a peek, see if I can find a couple that I'm thinking of. Now, if I can answer a question while I hunt, that's a whole different story. Do two things at once is not what my brain is designed to do. Oh, look at that, I spooked them too. Was it the fallows? That looked red deer to me. I only got a quick glimpse of them. Yeah, so that... I don't see any other spooking though. Yeah, okay. That's the red deer group that I just spooked a minute ago from the UTV that was in the wrong location. They ran off in this. Okay. Yeah, that definitely looked like a red deer there. There does appear to be secondary spooking in the game, like propagating spooking, so they probably would have stirred up any fallow deer that are down here, but I didn't get any indication of that. So I'm doubting the fallow deer are down here, but I'll look anyways. Oh, and just as a side fact, I really like the Aurora Woods here, but namely because the birds in the area. Now, a lot of people, I see this question go by once in a while. People are asking like the sounds to be identified by which birds. I don't know if it'll come through on the video, especially if I'm talking through the whole thing. But there's a trilling bird in the background, and there's no way I can imitate a thing, but it's like an up and down trill. Its pitch goes up and down. And it's a veery type bird. And the reason why I like hunting here is I haven't heard the veery in any other zone but this Aurora Woods or this, I guess it's probably any wooded area like this in here. But I hear it in the Aurora Woods, and it's nice because it's like a bird that's around my place that I hear every spring. Yeah, there's definitely Veeries in the soundtrack. They're just a really nice kind of calming sounding bird. Just thought I'd mention that, and in case other people like the bird too. I'm not a bird watcher by any means or have much knowledge at all, but I did have to look up that one when it came one May. It came in May one year. I never heard it before, so I looked it up and it's returned every year. I haven't forgotten about the comment I'm looking for. I'm still looking, still looking to see what video it was on here. Back to the UTV, and then we're gonna go to the drink zone. Okay, so strike out at both drinking zones for the fallow deer. So in this case, since the red deer were stuck at the feed zone, I would go check the feed zones of these fallow deer, which I'll do just quickly, because I don't think it's this herd I'm looking for though with the 5-star in it. But it's sort of in the direction of the other herd, so I'm going to go half a kilometer that way and just see if they're stuck there or not. So I'm going to check these two feed zones, and if no luck here or there, and if I'm quick enough, I can get over to the fallow deer herd that I think the 5-star is in and set up an ambush at their often rest zone, which would be the plan. And while I'm waiting at the ambush spot, then maybe I can find that question in the comment section. Okay, looks like the fallow deer are not at any of my minty green zones here. So they're not at the drink zones or the feed zones, and that would be the two where they are. I mean, it's getting on to noon, but that means they should be leaving the drink zones going to the rest zone. But I haven't checked the rest zone yet, because that just doesn't make any sense. So what makes more sense is I probably spooked them somewhere along the line. Maybe they were with that red deer group and they kind of spooked together earlier on. Who knows, but I want to get in a hurry and get over to that main group I want to find and ambush that often rest zone. So I gotta scoot down to that UTV and pull out of course. I don't actually know which fallow deer group it is, because I notice when I record my videos and post them, I never actually show the map very much. So I was looking back trying to figure exactly where I was. And, oh, that's good. Those little often zones are hard to locate specifically. They're so small. Yeah, I never really show the map in the video, so I guess I could do that now. Here's the Aurora Woods, and here's the cabin here. This group's the group down by the water, and then I went down to this guy here, checked out 2 water zones. I didn't unlock the other one, and these are the 2 feed zones. So that fallow deer group was not here, or here, or here, or here, did this little path. The rest zones are up here somewhere, so that's what I mean. Maybe they were with that red deer group that was, like the red deer group was down here, fled over to this water zone. Maybe they fled together. Not too sure, I haven't heard anything from them. But now I'm going to grab the UTV here, and it's this group I'm curious about. That's one rest zone, the other one's here. But it's getting noon, so they're going to be heading to that rest zone soon. I'm not exactly sure because the animals don't seem to be behaving normally at the moment. So who knows where they are, but all you can do is your best guess. Okay, so this is the fallow deer rest zone that's often. And the river's down there, so they should be coming up this way very soon, if not already here. I don't think they're already here because I drove kind of close with the UTV and didn't spook anything. So I'm going to set up here. Is this the same place I was at with my little rock tree stand thing? I think it is. So that means this can't be the 5-star group. Is that the... I forget if this is the right place or not. Oh, this is the same herd with my rock tree stand thing. Now, that kind of makes sense though, because when I did see them, I did see a 4-star fallow deer in that video, and I recorded it. So that fallow deer may have turned 5-star, and that might be the one that was spotted in the other video. He may have grew up. So the good news is we know they come here. Now I'm not going to do the same thing up on the rock. I'm going to cut them off a little more down here. Hopefully they come back to this one. But I do know they do visit this, and I do know they visit it fairly late because it takes them a while to get back here. So the wind is okay. I should go with the elevation because that's with the wind as well. And just sort of find a good spot where maybe I got some visibility to the river. Straight ahead. Or into the right a bit. Alright. Just going to try and find a spot here, maybe on these rocks. Okay, I'm thinking this should be a good spot here. That's their other rest zone, which is they probably won't go to. And the water is definitely south and southwest. So they do have a zone directly south, and then one over here. So it is like that. They should be coming from that direction, or this one. Don't know which, but they should at least come into a range where I can start hearing them. It should be fairly soon. Hopefully they don't go to that one, but I'm wondering if they do go to that one, maybe I'll see them going across this field or something. But that is the plan. So okay, as I've been waiting here, I think it's going to be just a little bit of a wait. I was skimming through the comments trying to find the one I'm thinking of. It was a good question. It was, a nice short question, but like the original one. And it was on the shot placement video I did a little while ago. It seemed to help a few people out. I make a shot placement video every once in a while just because I remember when I was learning these hunting games, I had trouble, figuring out exactly how to do it. So I'll bring it up once in a while. But he had a good one, and it was basically it's from I don't actually know how to pronounce the name here. Vintersorg. It's got a couple of X's on each side of Vintersorg. Anyways, they just ask, what do you do when they're facing away and you can't get them to turn? So I thought that was a very good question, so I'll take a stab at it. Now, I did answer in the comment section with a good paragraph. And then after I answered, they extended the question a little bit more, but I'll get into that in a second. It is tricky when an animal's facing right away, because basically there is no shot. So in real hunting, most of the hunting is all just trying to locate the animal, and once the animal is located, the rest is a struggle to try and get an angle where you actually get an acceptable shot. The actual shot is just a very small portion, but the most exciting and most important part of the hunt, of course. In the game, it's a lot more liberal on shot placement because since they're just pixels, you can attempt different things and try different things, and of course the damage model isn't exactly perfectly realistic. So you do get a little extra options in a video game. But I think the spirit of the question was good, but is good. But it's I think it's sort of thinking that maybe there's always a shot you can do. So it doesn't matter the angle, there's always going to be some kind of shot you can attempt. And a lot of the times there sort of is, especially in a game. However, I guess the point of the answer is there is no shot when an animal is facing directly away from you and level with you. Now excluding the Texas heart shot and excluding my rear leg artery shot thing I did, basically it's just a shot you don't take. Actually, I can probably open up the little encyclopedia thing. So here's just your standard white-tailed deer. I think when I'm in this thing here, the time keeps going in the background, so that's actually okay. I can wait for the animals to come in. But the question's referring to this angle where you just got the deer bum. So essentially there is no shot except for the back of the head, back of the brain. Typically the shot's not taken, and a lot of the times their head is down anyways. They're walking away with their head down. So you can kind of exclude this area up here because the neck and the skull and the brain can be an option. It's just usually not recommended as it's not reliable. You gotta be very precise. Neck shots are used though. But the brain's so small and the head moves a lot, it's very challenging. But we'll go with the assumption that the head is down because a lot of times when they're walking away from me, their head is down and there isn't really that opportunity. But if they do lift their head and you're not worried about the trophy, yeah, a back of the head shot's fine for a video game, just to take them out. So if it's like a collar or something like that. But yeah, I made a short about it, and on the one video, basically their head was down and all you had was the back end here. there is no shot. So I jokingly said, all right, I'm going to do a rear leg artery shot, because in the game, of course, there's those blood vessels going through the back legs, and often you only hit these ones in the legs when you do a bad shot, and it's just kind of like a fluke and you hit one. But taking one out will kill the animal. So I'm just like, I'll just do a rear leg artery shot, which isn't actually a shot, but in this video game, I suppose it is, and it is one I guess you can practice. Because if I show the organs, it goes typically down the outside of the leg up here, I think. I mean, I haven't really practiced it a whole lot. We go organ mode. There, I'm a little bit off. But yeah, the artery goes kind of down the outside of the middle of the leg here. So if you shoot about there, the hitbox on the artery isn't really exact. But you hit around that location, you can take an animal out that way without seeing with their head down and everything like that. You can in this game anyways, you can take out the artery there. So I replied that usually, yeah, if you have this angle, it is no shot. You either basically got to wait, or you have to relocate, depending on your patience, depending on wind and everything like that. Or if the callers work in the game, or if they in real life, you can call and get them to turn. You can make all sorts of noises. Like experienced hunters and things like that can have little tricks to make them turn. But yeah, you need them to either turn some way to do the shot. And in these video games, hunting video games, you can use the collar, obviously, to try and spin them around if you're within range. Anything to kind of kick them out of that mode that they're in, where they're just slowly walking away from you. I think like Call of the Wild, you can... in that game, they had a perk where you can make a noise to make them stop. I guess that doesn't make them turn. But there is like noises and calls that you can sort of make to... basically, the idea is to kick them out of that mode that they're in, so they just do something different. And the commenter, Venturesorg, has continued the conversation with sort of the point I was making. They say, I've tried hitting the neck or spine area, but it always leaves the animal survived bloodstain, which is going to be this angle here where they lift their head. They'd be attempting that, right? And it's very tricky because the caliber has to be high. High enough, and sometimes you think you're right on the spot, but if you're off to the side a bit, the bullet doesn't stay in the skull long enough, and you just kind of take a chunk out of them and they live. You have to do enough damage that fills up the damage bar. I mean, you hit the brain, it's the weakest organ out of all the organs in the animal body, so if you can hit it, the problem is it's so small. So a lot of these headshots are you fill up the skull damage bar and knock it out that way. The neck bone's the same. Reliable if they're close. If they're farther away, it's easy for the bolt to drift a little bit, and then you won't get the kill shot on the neck. I don't do the shot that much though, but it is one you can do. It just depends on the range and the wind conditions, and how accurate a rifle you're using. What also can happen is when they're walking away, if they start going down the hill, you get something like this, which of course no shot either. If they're walking away going down a hill, you're just going to lose the animal. It's just going to go away. You got to relocate, call, do something. However, you can get the scenario where if they keep walking away, eventually they'll hit an incline and they'll start walking up like this. When they start to walk up like this will happen in the mountains with like chamois and stuff like that, mouflon. Since it's so rocky, they'll start to tilt up a bit and start climbing. If they do that, shots do open. Like the spine shot does open up a bit more. Now you got to remember you're coming in on an angle here. So to do these shots, you do want a higher caliber rifle. Like you don't want to be doing some of the hunts I do with like the 243 and the 7mm and the 223 attempting some of this. I mean, the 7mm can probably do that kind of shot. Unsure though. I just don't do it that much, so I don't know reliably. But then you get a much more. You can put it in here somewhere and just knock out that spine. You want upper spine hit more than the lower one, of course. But when they tilt up like this, it also actually opens up the lungs, because you can come in from the top. You can do a left or right lung from that angle. But again, you need a high caliber, high powered, like more power than maybe you brought with you. But I mean, the monoblock might be able to do it. The 270 maybe. Because you need to go through all this flesh to get to the lung. But that angle does open up left and right lung, and you always get the neck, skull, and spine as still options. So I thought I would just bring that up in the video, because I did try to explain most of that, and and typing like in replies, and it's kind of challenging there. It did finish off with Venersorg saying that I guess he just doesn't know where to aim for a spine shot, and thanks to the info. But that's what I mean. I don't do the shot enough, but it depends on the caliber and it depends on the wind and how directly you're hitting the spine. The spines can be pretty tough in the game, so you might be landing that spine shot. Like you might be landing it fine, and it's just not doing enough damage to the spine. What'll happen is some of the bones, like in this game anyways, like that, will just pull the energy right out of the bullet. So it'll hit there and it'll just come to a halt. And if it doesn't have enough penetration damage, you might be hitting the spine. It's just not filling up that damage bar, so the animal will live on. It is actually a shot I should probably try a bit more often, just to do some more science on that kind of shot. But indeed, thanks for the comment. That was a good question. I had several ones. I'm thinking I should probably, like, the content in the question itself, like answering the question, is like good enough for a video on its own. I have a couple others I want to get to, but I won't do this video because that's just a lot, a lot of talking, a lot of searching, and I'm kind of frustrated with myself since everybody's pointing out this 5-star fallow deer, and I look back in the video and I'm like, oh, of course. But now it doesn't mean I don't know which herd it was now. I'm like, just because I'm never pulling up that map. I should go back and look again. But these two herds are my guesses. So I'm just going to keep waiting here. And there was another comment about a 5-star roe deer in another video, and I haven't even gotten down to that one yet. That one I should definitely check out sooner rather than later because I think it's older. Well, I'm starting to get concerned that they're not going to show up at all. And it's getting 3 p.m. now, and it's good. I mean, they should be here already. Starting to get hungry. I guess I could check back on the other rest zone. I think I will. Maybe swing down to the water. Maybe they're still stuck there. I'm wondering if all my herds are acting a little funny. Normally when I start a hunt or start a recording, I will sleep at a cabin or something like that and, speed up time and set the time. And the developers say that that fixes a lot of things, right? Teleports them around and things. But I didn't do it this time. This time I just kind of hopped in the game and went on. So if I had any teleportation happening or any kind of bugs happening, they weren't fixed before the recording. So I'm just kind of curious there if maybe my stuff still kind of teleported around the map. Because this herd did do exactly that, just like the other episode. They came right up through here, and now they're not doing it. So the only other thing is either they're stuck somewhere, or they went to their rest zone, which is definitely possible. Problem is the wind's going right at it. But I think I will take a look, because I haven't heard anything. Not too sure where they are, but let me glance around here. See, I think maybe it was this herd. I'm not sure though. I know it was in the open. I think I was over here. And then waiting for red deer that were down in here. And then the fallow deer were coming, they were up here. This is my guess, I'm not too sure. I know it was open field and I think it was that herd. So that's my best guess, that 4-star became a 5-star. I'm spinning around just because I keep thinking I'm hearing sticks. Looking for the little bubbles. Alright, keep going over here and seeing. Alright, these fallow deer are not at either rest zone, and tons of time has gone by. So it's like those red deer, they were in the wrong spot. These guys are in the wrong spot, obviously. So I don't know if they're just bugged or if they're down to the water, so I'm going to check the water next. Well, the other trouble is I'm running out of time here in the real world. So I'm going to zip down to this water. I did want to get something else. I was really actually expecting to find that 5-star fallow deer because I'm pretty sure this is where they were. But I guess that's hunting. But I do have a bit more time, so maybe I can... Ooh, I keep thinking I'm hearing stick snapping, but nothing popping up. I don't have my headphones on, so I can't tell the direction very well. So it's it must look ridiculous if there was an actual hunter walking around, spinning around in circles all the time. He's walking. Where's that coming from? Alright, I've got alerted red deer. So this should be the red deer herd that was, I'm pretty sure they were in here. And I was up there somewhere. So that's that herd. Now I'm kind of stuck though. I'm not too sure what to do. Because they're alerted. I guess I'll lay down and give them some time, and maybe I can get visual on them 150 meters out. Oh no, I'm kind of at the distance and they're in the trees. I think like the forest sound penalty might be on. I'm not too sure. But if it is, the only way to get closer is doing the true predator crawl here. I'm not sure I have time for or the brain to take this here. So I'll probably end up spooking these red deer because I'm not going to wait to crawl in this slow and all jittery. See, there they are there. What's the range? Are they coming this way? No, they're 150. There's not... I probably have to get really close to get visible on them. And this would be a long, jittery crawl. So I might go up, I'll probably go up to just sneak crouch. And I'll try to do the start-stop. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see these guys, though. This is it's probably going to be a little rough trying to get to them. Oh no, I see them. Okay, they haven't really spooked on me. So what we're just going to do, what's the range? I wonder if I can get like a low fit one to respond back. Okay, so I know exactly where they are. I'm going to use the collar method here. I think they're a little out of range. That guy's pretty small looking here. And I'll slowly creep in while doing some calls here. And hopefully one shouts back. Okay, I think I got one coming here. I've gotten within 120 meters. And about 100 meters is about as close as you can get without really stirring these guys. There's a there's a 5-star. Okay, change of plan. We are switching to the highs of the high fitness call here. We have a 5-star red deer. I do not have one of these. I have 5 stars all over the place that I can't get to. 5-star fallow deer, 5-star roe deer I can't find. And now there's a 5-star red deer right in here. Alright, now I gotta go like into super hunting mode here. That's the 4-star. And now no one can yell in the comments because I did see the 5-star. So, alright, I gotta wait for that call to run out. I need to get a little closer. It's gonna drive me nuts if I mess this up. Look how it's all thick going through down there. Alright. I can usually get within like up to 100 meters doing this kind of crouch walk before I have to stop. That's about 110. Alright, how's the call doing? Okay, it's almost wore off, no problem. We'll keep creeping forward because I got to get within range of that. We're going to switch to a high fit call and hopefully I don't get that 4-star coming in. Okay, one's coming this way, but I don't know which one it is. I'm going to have to repeat the call. Okay, if it's the wrong one, we'll have to let him go. It is the 5-star. Here he comes. Okay, so that call's good. We've got a 100-meter range. We're going to monoblock this. We're not kidding around now. 100. I don't know if these... Okay, this is fine. Gonna mark up about. You buddy, come on, lift up. No, 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 no. Darn. Okay, hold on. Keep him coming. I'm going down to 50 meters. I'm gonna get a real good look at this guy. Ouch, he says. That should be a good shot there. You know what? Let's do another one. You're not going to run. You're going to sit there and cry out at me. Whew. Alright, I'd breathe a little bit after that. That was kind of weird, though. He's sitting there, got hit, and then, what was that? Is that a jackal? That must be a jackal. Oh, I'm getting distracted. Got my 5-star red deer here. Let's take a look at this guy. Got some nice white tines on there. Nice and large. Alright. Yay, first 5-star red deer. Never had one. Alright, so let's pick this guy up. First shot was a kill shot right in the right lung, so I did not have to do the follow-up. But I wasn't worried about the meat in this one. This one was definitely a trophy one. So that monoblock definitely did a good job there. Just missed the heart too. And what do we got for the second shot? The second shot was heart. Okay, yep, that's why he dropped immediately. So made sure he was done. Let's take a look at the rest of it. 94%. There's the 5-star. And we've got a score of 480. Not bad, not super, but I'll definitely take it. So we got a 480, 94%er. 237 kilograms. Alright, yay, so I just checked the age on him. So 237 kilograms is pretty much last year of life. So he only had, like, if I did do that sleep and sped time up one more day, he might have disappeared. Like, he was right at the end. So that's cool. 480 is about as big as he was going to get. He wasn't going to get much bigger than that. So that was a really good find. Alright, there. My trophy lodge has finally, lifted off a little bit. Got my goose and chamois, my piggy, and now red deer. Hey, so there's an actual trophy. 480. Always going for 490s or so, but you can't complain with that. He just was not going to get any bigger than that. So that is about as large as he was going to go. So that is really awesome. Alright, and with that, that'll be the episode there. So thanks everybody, thanks for leaving the comments. Keep them coming, any suggestion or something you spot in the video. I would not have lived that one down if someone spotted this 5-star red deer in there and I didn't see it. That would have been like 3 in a row. 5-star roe deer missed, 5-star fallow deer missed, and then a 5-star red deer missed. Anyways, I did catch that one. So that is good. Okay, so yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Everyone take care.